true acceptance of God. And the other thing, I wanted to, preacher's curse. I want to keep it to one word, but I use the word abundance. But really, this one has to deal with the satisfaction of your desires. And I want to touch on this one a little bit more. I think one of the biggest issues that we have in the church today is this topic of desires. Um, you know, we have some people who say your desires are bad. Hey, your desires are bad. You got to turn them down. No. Then you have the world that says, hey, your desires are all good. You just got to fulfill them any way you have to. And I don't think either side is right. I think there's a middle because like you can't say that all your desires are bad because when God created you, He said He called you very good, which means He called the desires that are within you very good. However, the Bible also says that you can't just live any kind of way, so there's got to be some type of restraint. I think the way to meet in the middle is to understand your desires are not bad. However, the way that we think those desires need to be handled is incorrect. So therefore, when we have sexual desire, our immediate response is to say, hey, I need a woman or I need a man to fulfill it. And so therefore we look for sex, or we look toward pornography, or we look toward prostitution or something to help us fulfill a sexual desire. When really we're not having it's not sex that we're necessarily seeking. It's an intimate connection. We're seeking an intimate connection, and sex is one of the ways intimate connection is produced. And so therefore we've got to make sure that we're going to God to have Him satisfy our desires. He said, I satisfy your desires with good things. Yeah, I don't suppress, I don't succumb, I don't get rid of, I don't curse you for them. I satisfy your desires with good things. So that's showing that, hey, we have a God who knows we have desires. He knows we have things that we want, and he will give you good things to satisfy them. But Psalms 104, the very next passage, also says that he does it in proper timing. So I think it's a thing of patience and understanding that the true desire of our hearts is always Jesus. And if the desire of your heart is always Jesus, then you'll never be disappointed. But he does look to him. He does look to gift your earthly desires too, for certain material things, for things for your children, for certain monetary things. Jesus, your dreams. He's looking to fulfill all those things. But the real true desire of our hearts, if it's Jesus, if Jesus is the one true desire of our hearts, and intimacy with Him is what we truly desire, then we'll never be disappointed. And so, in closing, I think this message is not just beneficial for non-believers. I think this is beneficial for us as believers as well. Too often I talk to Christians and I ask them the question, hey, is God fun? Is God enjoyable? And many can't answer it. Some people go as far as to say, no, he's meant to be respected. And I think that's so sad. How can we expect people to follow a God that we don't even enjoy following? We can't. It's not possible. Why would people leave their sinful lifestyle, which the effects of sin are not fun, but the acts of sin are pretty enjoyable? Why would people stop smoking weed and then go smoking weed is something that's giving them peace, and then go to a God that they're not sure is going to give them peace? Why would people stop sleeping around with other people and go to a God that's telling them not to sleep around without any assurance that He's going to meet that need for them? I'm not saying that we got to go out there and prove everything to everyone, but First Peter 3:15 does say, be able to explain the hope that you have. So we need to understand the benefits of God and be living in those so that we can explain to the world, hey, there's benefits to serving God. All those things that you need, all those needs that you have, that the world has come up with, like little cheap replicas for you to fulfill those things. God is the original source of all that, and He can do that so much better than the world can. And so when that rhetoric begins to come out of our mouth, when we really begin to teach people that God really is good, that He really is good, He's better than all those other things out there, then I think we'll begin to see a bigger influx of people coming into the church and wanting to be in a relationship with God because they'll see real benefit to it. I think it's time that we can no longer just look at people and say, hey, you need to follow Jesus just because. Tell them, hey, there's a God that loves you and that really, really desires you. And I really wish you could just give him a chance. You don't have to force it onto him. You just have to love people. Hey, represent Christ to the rest of the world and then show them the benefits that, and show them how he's benefited your life. And then people will get intrigued and then they'll begin to follow you. Thanks for all your time. Have a great day.